Good morning, everyone. Oh, somebody's on already. I found a recipe on YouTube. Hi, Carrie. Good to see you. I found a recipe on YouTube for... Hi, Deborah. Good to see everybody. Shanae. Good to see everybody. I found a recipe on Alexis. Everybody coming in, welcome. I found a recipe on YouTube for vegan fudge. And hi, Erlene. Good to see you. It only has 5 ingredients in it. So I'm going to proceed to make it in front of you, and then you put it in the freezer afterwards. And I've got good news for you. That guy that has been coming in my Periscope causing problems, he will no longer be coming on my Periscope because I was able to block him on Twitter. I blocked him last night, blocked both of his usernames, so he will not be coming in here. So that is praise the Lord. Oh, it's wonderful. It's praise the Lord. Yes, I was able to block him. I knew there had to be a way to block him on Twitter, so I blocked him. He will no longer be in here. If he makes another username, I'll block that one again. But anyway, I'm going to proceed to make this fudge, this vegan fudge. Now, the recipe that she has calls for cacao. But since we don't use cacao, I'm going to use carob powder. And basically, these ingredients are very, very simple. You use a... Hi, Dolores. Good to see you. Long time no see. Basically, you use a half cup of everything but the vanilla. And there's only 5 ingredients. You have your carob powder, you have maple syrup, you have coconut oil, which I've melted over the stove previously, a half a cup of walnuts, and a teaspoon of vanilla. And you mix it all in a bowl, and then you put it into a pan, or put it into a glass dish for the freezer. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. You can share this out. Yeah, it is. It is much healthier than cocoa or cacao. But anyway, good morning, Pam. Good to see you. Okay, first of all, I'm going to take a half a cup of carob powder, and I'm going to put this in my bowl. Now, I've got a lot of the ingredients already measured out. I didn't measure out the maple syrup, but I will measure that in here because I washed this out after I measured out the coconut oil so I could put other ingredients in here. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in here now. And the maple syrup I'm using is this one right here. I bought me one of these because this has got a lot more, because you can use a lot of it. This is organic, it's 100% pure. It's called Uncle Luke's. I bought this at Walmart. And this has not been opened, so you're going to have to bear with me to get these things open. They're not fun to get open. I probably should have opened it ahead of time. Maybe I can take a knife and pierce it. Just don't cut myself. So just bear with me a little bit. I should have, like I said, I should have opened this ahead of time. I didn't even think about it before I came in here. Okay. All right. I'm sure not going to leave the lid off. I'm liable to put too much in here. Anyway, it calls for half a cup of maple syrup. So I'll put that in here. And this is such a big thing, it's going to take a while to use it up. So there's my half cup of maple syrup. Then I'm going to put the half a cup of coconut oil that I used the refined. Because you know when it's cold it solidifies, and when it's hot it liquefies. We wanted to get it a liquid, so I melted it over the stove. I thought that'd be better than the microwave. Then I'm going to take. Let's see, what else do I need now? I need I'm going to get my walnuts, and vanilla will be the last thing. These are already chopped walnuts. I already measured out a half a cup of these, so I don't have to worry about that. And then only a teaspoon of vanilla, and I thought I could measure it out while you're in here. And I'll post this recipe up on Facebook and up on YouTube as I normally do. And good morning, good morning. Making a little mess on my counter, but that comes from cooking. You do that. I'll clean it up later. But anyway, I'm going to mix all this, and then I'll pour it into my dish. Now, when she did it, she lined her dish with plastic. I'm not going to do that because she thought it would make it easier. Now, what you can do is you can take and double the recipe. If you have a family of quite a few people, you can go ahead and double the recipe. Since it's just me, this will probably be plenty. Okay, I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it in my dish. You can see this is, I probably should have a smaller dish, but this is the only one I happen to have. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I probably have to mix it a little bit better. Didn't quite get mixed as like I wanted it to, but I'll mix it up as I go in here. Put it in here. It's not going to make them real thick, but they don't have to. But there you can see it fills the bottom of it. Now, doesn't that look good? And what you do is you put this in the freezer. And when you want to eat something, you take it out of the freezer and you put it right back in the freezer again. So and she had it in the freezer something like 40 minutes or something like that. Yes, doesn't it look good? This was something that I wanted to make because I'd never made it before, and I thought, well, it looks so good and it's vegan because I'm using carob powder, not cacao or cocoa. We know that carob powder tastes better than cocoa does anyway, and it's a little sweeter than your cocoa. But with everything in here, with your vanilla and your and like I said, the vanilla I'm using is the non-alcoholic that I got off of Amazon, and I'm using. If anybody hasn't seen it, this is my organic maple syrup that I got at Walmart, non-GMO. And, of course, I use the Chatfield's powder, carob powder. But you could take these recipes and tweak them to suit yourself. When she said cacao or cocoa, I says, no, I'm not using cocoa. I'm using carob powder. Vegan just basically means that you've given up eggs, you've given up milk, you've given up cheese. Vegetarians and meat. Vegetarians don't eat meat, but they do drink milk, they do eat cheese, they do drink eggs. But with vegan, we don't touch that anymore. We don't touch any of it. And I don't suggest that anybody do that because they're not good for you. But I want you to see what it looks like making this vegan fudge. We can all learn how to. You're welcome. We can all learn how to live healthier. You know, like Stacy says, live healthy and be well. You know, we have to do that. I'm losing a little more weight each and every day. You know, it's been a struggle my whole life to lose weight, but I'm finally on the right track where I can continue to lose weight and get it off and keep it off. And everybody can make this themselves. You can make this all year round. And it's something that your whole family would enjoy, or just you. Like I said, it's just for me, so I don't need it double the recipe. But if you want to make it for more than one person, I would double it. Yes. I haven't been walking in a long time. However, I do go to like Walmart and walk around in there. And I haven't been to the mall either, but I walk around Walmart. I walk around the house enough too. And when the weather is fit, I will walk my dogs outside, which I haven't done lately. But I do walk my dogs outside. So I do try to get exercise that way. But eating healthy as I have been has always been a struggle up until when I started doing the plant-based thing. It's not struggle anymore. Because, I mean, my whole life. Good morning, Valerie. You can see that I've already made my vegan fudge. You can go back and watch the replay to show you exactly how I made it because I made it from start to finish. It's been a struggle my whole life to lose weight. I would lose a little bit, and then I'd gain a little bit back. Yes, he is. He is helping us through. Hi, good to see you. No, you know, I really should. I really should take B12 supplements. Okay, what are the ingredients in it? This is just very simple, Alexis. I used a half cup of carob powder, 1/2 cup of maple syrup. This is organic, non-GMO. A half a cup of coconut oil, and I used the refined coconut oil and heated it on the stove. A half a cup of walnuts. My walnuts happen to already be chopped. And then a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Well, I used the non-alcoholic vanilla, and that's all there is to it. A half of everything except the vanilla. And look what it looks like. Isn't that beautiful? It's very pretty. I know it's going to be tasting very good. And it's healthy. I don't have to worry about it. Because we know cocoa's not good for us. You know. And like I said, when you see these recipes, you have to tweak them. When I saw the cocoa in there, I thought, no, I'm going to tweak it, put carob in it. So really make it vegan. You know, they say it's vegan, but yet they use cocoa powder. That doesn't make it vegan when they use the cocoa powder. You'd love to see the finished product, or I might just come in later and show you the finished product. Oh, good. That sounds good. Well, it's got chocolate in that, and chocolate is not good for you. We don't want. You shouldn't be eating stuff like that. It's not healthy. And so I use carob powder whenever possible. It's real easy to buy it. I buy it off of Amazon. I bought this off of Vitacost. You could buy it, you know, and keep it on hand. I've got another can on hand because there's a lot of things I'll make with carob. It's healthier for you. It's sweeter than your cocoa. And you don't have to worry about what you put in. I don't have to guess it. Hey, I don't have to guess at the ingredients. I don't know what she's barking. I don't have to guess at the ingredients. Yeah, well, that's the biggest thing. It has caffeine in it. We do not eat anything with caffeine in it at all. Caffeine, if you know what caffeine is a stimulant. You do not want to put that in your system. No, she's outside barking at something right now. I just got her groomed yesterday, so I don't know what she's barking at. I've got another dog, and she's still asleep. But yeah, it does. It does disrupt you. Caffeine is a stimulant. You don't want to put anything in your body that is a stimulant. Yeah, that's right. That's right. So if you use carob powder, this comes from a plant, and I'm not sure exactly. Maybe somebody might know where the carob plant is from. I know it's not from the United States. I think they said it's from Europe or something like that. It's from a plant. Come here, Buttercup. Come here. It's from a plant. Oh, she left. And it's a healthy plant. Yes, I will, most definitely. I'm definitely going to post it on Facebook. I'm also going to post a picture of the finished product, or I can post it on there now, what it looks like. But maybe I'll wait until it's finished and then I'll post it. Oh yeah, tree in a pod, yes. But carob is a very good thing to have. You know, yes, it does. It has very good health benefits. There are so many recipes that I have done tweaked lately. Oh. You gonna post it today for me, Lex? Well, I'll post it a little bit later because I belong to a Facebook group, a cooking Facebook group that I post on her Facebook group. Lexus Can Do. She's not in here right now because she's at work. But when she comes in, I like to post in her Facebook group too. Oh, Phoenix, but not sure this. Oh, then you're not sure the same. Okay. Well, I wasn't sure where it's born. I know where it was grown either. I know that it comes from a tree. And we know that's very, very healthy. Cocoa, we know, you know, it's from the from the beans. Yes, I do. It's Karen Watterson. Just go under Karen Watterson, and you'll find my Facebook page there. And I also post under the Facebook group, the cooking group from Pampered Chef. I post under that as well. Because she likes to see any recipes that anybody makes and posts. And so I do that as well. So I post it in a couple places. I just copy the recipe down and have the picture already taken and just post it in the groups. But we all need to live healthy. You know, this world as a whole, very sick. People are putting the wrong things in their body. They really don't care. They eat the wrong foods, you know, and they drink alcohol, you know, and then they wonder why they're sick and the doctors can't do anything for them. Oh, this person, that's a joke, and that's not even funny. It's not even funny. That person, I don't need those kind of things in here. That person's trying to make fun of a plant-based person, you know. When you see derogatory comments that I've missed, go ahead and report them. We need to start reporting them. For those that just came in and know about that guy that's been harassing me, I did manage to block him on Twitter because he has a profile on Twitter. He's completely blocked, so therefore he cannot follow me anywhere. He cannot see my tweets. So anytime I share, he cannot see it. He can't see anything anybody else tweets it. Now, if you want to block him, you know what his username is. You have to go into the replay that I had from yesterday and see what his username is and block that one. He has two of them that I know of. Whether he has any more or not, I don't know. But I blocked the two that I knew he had. He hasn't any tweets on Twitter. He is just there to harass people. He comes on Periscope. He sees somebody on Periscope he wants to harass, then he'll follow them on Periscope. He promised me he wouldn't follow me anymore. Well, I knew how much his promises meant. Yeah, I did. I reported him. I reported him on. I blocked him on Twitter. It would have been a long process to have to report him because I'd had to find the link to block him or to report him and everything. I thought I'll just block him because that's the best thing to do. He can't come in here and he can't do any harm to me. And I hope he doesn't do any harm to anybody else. Go into anybody else's Periscope and do the same thing. People, if they don't block him and report him, he's going to be doing that. Yeah, he does. He does need attention, and he's trying to get it from me, but he's not going to get it from me anymore. What's his name? Well, I hate to mention what his name is because it's very vile and vulgar. But one of them is Jimmy, capital Jimmy, Balls, Balls, and then capital S and Sucks. And it's Jimmy Balls Suck, and then he's got Open My Twatter. That's capital O, capital M, and then the T in Twatter is not capitalized. I blocked both of those that I knew. Okay, good. I blocked him because I knew that if I didn't, he would come right back in here and cause trouble again. So I got him off of my back. I just hope he doesn't bother anybody else now. You know, I said yesterday, all the times I've been doing Periscope and I've been sharing on Twitter, I have never had anybody come back and do what he did. Never. You know, and it boggles my mind why one person would choose to be like that. Oh, yeah. Well, that's what you have to do. Just go into Twitter and find his username. If you want to really know who he really is, go back to a few of my Periscopes when he came in, when he joined, and just click on his comment box and copy down his username. He's got 2 of them. And copy them down. And when you go into Twitter, you do a search for that username, tap on that username, and then at the very top, you got that wheel, the settings wheel, and it'll bring up a box where you can either report him, you can block him, you can mute him, or whatever, unfollow or whatever. I would block him right there. That's exactly what I did. I thought, well, I don't have to report him as long as I block him. He's not going to bother me anymore. But, you know, we need to take care of things like that. You know, I didn't deserve that. And nobody else does deserve it either. I don't want any of you to be bothered by that man. You know, or it could even be a kid for all I know. We don't know. But he seems kind of lonely and miserable, if you ask me. Lonely and miserable, and he doesn't know what else to do but, oh, thank you. And it's just 5 simple ingredients. A half cup of your carob powder, a half cup of maple syrup, a half cup of coconut oil, the refined, and I heat it up over the stove because we know that when it gets hot, it liquefies, and cold, it solidifies. So it was in a solidified state, so I had to heat it up. And then half a cup of I had chopped walnuts. I bought them at Walmart just before Christmas, and then a teaspoon of the vanilla extract, which I use the non-alcoholic. And that's all there is to it. Very simple. Put it into your glass dish. And this might be a little bit bigger glass dish than what I need, but I bought it because I thought it would work fine for me. And just put it in the freezer. And the lady had it in the freezer for about 40 minutes or something like that. And she was able to take it out with her, you know, because she had put plastic wrap in it. But I thought, I don't need plastic wrap. I'll be able to get through this okay. But once you put it in the freezer, you take it out to eat some of it, then you go and freeze it again. You freeze it right back up. You keep it in the freezer. So that's not too bad. No, I like the ones that you don't have to bake them because it takes a lot more time. It saves me time too, not having to heat my oven up and things like that, and just go ahead and you know, just a few dishes I used to bake it, and I'll just have to wash them, which I washed a few this morning already, But, you know, I'm constantly washing dishes. You do a lot of cooking, you're going to do a lot of dishes. But that's okay. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy finding recipes to do because I wanted to find something to show you this morning because I hadn't found anything. And I looked at the vegan fudge last night while I was sitting at the computer last night and thought, I'm going to find a vegan fudge recipe and then do it today. And then when I found this, and I thought, man, that's so simple. It's an easy one to make, and it looks really good. And I know it's going to taste good, too. So I hope that you can all do this for your family. Like I said, you might have to double it. Now, I'm going to wait until after the new year, and I'm going to call Vitamix, and I'm going to tell them I want a replacement. Because if I don't trust them to fix it, because I'm afraid if they fix it, it's going to do the same thing. I'm going to demand a replacement for the simple fact I put a lot of money into it, and I don't deserve any less. You know, because I'm going to tell them, I don't trust you guys to fix it. Because the lady said, well, we could fix it and do the same thing, which sounds to me like they're not going to fix it at all, or they're going to do a sloppy job at it. So I'm going to demand oh, thank you, you too. I'm going to demand that they replace it. They may not want to replace it, but I'm just going to simply tell them, well, you either replace it or give me my money back that I put into it. One of the two. So, you know, if they don't want to give the money back, they're going to want to replace it. Oh, here she came back more broke than before. You know, see, you can't trust them to fix it right. They're not taking the time to do it like they should. That's why I've decided I'm going to demand it be replaced And if they don't want to do that, they come back and say they can't replace it. I says, yes, you can. It's under warranty. I've only had it since August. There's no reason why they can't replace it. You know, and I'd report them to the Better Business Bureau if they start doing shoddy stuff like that. You know, they're supposed to stand behind their products. You know, and sometimes I wonder about these companies. They're supposed to be good, but when you get right down to it, their warranty is not worth the paper it's written on sometimes. You know, I'm hoping that's not the case with the Vitamix, that the warranty, they'll stand behind it. But they don't seem to want to help me as far as replacing it. They want to fix it, but I'm not going to let them fix it. They're going to have to replace it, pure and simple. That's what I'm going to do. So I don't try to use it as too awful much. If I can use the food processor for a lot of things, I'll use it. Of course, making smoothies, I have to use the Vitamix. And I just deal with the loud sound. Now, it does mix the stuff okay. It's just that it's awful loud, and I'm afraid it's going to fall apart on me. Yeah, they are expensive. I mean, I paid over $400 for this, and I expect to have a different one. You know, expect it to get taken care of. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm buying mine, because I was able to put 6 easy payments on it and not have to pay for it all at once, because I couldn't do that at the time. But I expect them to stand behind their warranty and replace it. You have 2 more payments. I think I do too. And I expect them to stand behind their Vitamix and replace it, and not give me a bunch of crap that they're not going to replace it. They're just going to want to fix it, because I'm going to tell them, says, no, that's not good enough. But I will be calling them next week. I won't wait till after New Year's to get the holidays over with, so that way if they want to replace it, give me a new one. It won't take so long to get it, you know, because with the holidays on the horizon, you know, it takes a while to get things. Yeah, that's a good one. There you go. Yeah, I'm going to tell her. It says it sounds like a freight train. It sounds like the freight train is coming right after me is what it sounds like. And I told her before that I use it a lot. And I don't want it to sound, because it didn't sound like that when I bought it. And I'm going to tell them when I call them again. I says, it did not sound like this when I bought it. But boy, it didn't take very long, and it sounded like a freight train. It's not supposed to sound like a freight train even when you clean it. So I thought, something's got to be done. So I'm definitely going to do everything I can to get it replaced. Cross my fingers that they do let me get it replaced, and that I won't have to ask for my money back, because I definitely will. I'm not gonna mince any words. You don't replace it, you're not gonna fix it, because I want my money back. So I'm hoping. Hi, Rick's good to see you. Here's my vegan fudge. I finished it already. You'll have to come in and watch the replay to see exactly how I made it, because I made it from the beginning to end. And I probably will come on later to show you the finished product when it's been free, after it's been frozen. It'll be a little while, because I got to talk to my daughter, and then I'll come back in. But I think I'm going to go for right now, because I need to get me some breakfast. I haven't had breakfast yet, and I want to eat before she calls. But I will come back in later, show you the finished product, and I'll do another scope then. So in the meantime, oh, doesn't it? Doesn't it? You just go back and watch the replay to see how I made it. And you can make it that way too. And I'm going to post it up on Facebook once the finished product is done. And I thank Alexis for already posting it up there. Oh, you too. God bless you all. Take care. Have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.